Welcome back to the latest episode of TT Plays. Franklin and I are up late. We're talking about this rule drop that just kind of blew our minds a week before Grand Archive's big Ascent Houston. First, I do want to remind you there's a giveaway. Like, subscribe, and comment. That comment gets you one entry. You can win event packs. I've got a bunch of event packs over here. I've got golds. I've got silvers. We're also giving away a foil Merlin. So yeah. All you got to do is subscribe. You can comment here. You can comment on Facebook. You can comment on Twitter. You can comment on Blue Skies. You can enter 4 times per video. So enter. I am buying your friendship. So this is pretty big news, and it reminds me of the Blood Moon ruling way back in the day, because again, this is old man gaming from Magic. And I'm just going to read it to you. Clarification regarding Fracturize in the layer system, specifically regarding Nullifying Lantern. Nullifying Lantern effect of making graveyards norm will persist through Fracturize's ability removal. This is due to Fracturize removing abilities in layer D, as in Delta, later than Lantern modifying card elements applied in layer C. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the cards first, right? So we have Fracturize right here, and Fracturize pretty clearly states target item or weapon becomes a cleric fractal phantasma with reservable and loses all other abilities. Okay, so it loses abilities. And what does Nullifying Lantern say? We have that up here. Cards and graveyards are normal elements. And if we look at the comprehensive rules, which is a large, beefy rule book here, but the important thing is several continuous effects may modify an object, its properties, characteristics, values, or stats simultaneously. In these cases, there exists an order for how to apply these modifications. Any modifications, first consider the base card before applying any modifications. All right, well, what does that mean for us? Layer 1, effect rules modifying the base values and properties apply. This includes values such as activation or materialization costs. Not relevant here. Layer B, effects rules that modify a card or object types, i.e. super type, or subtype are applied. Is that us? Let's check Fracturize. Target item or weapon becomes a clerical Fracturize phantomize. Maybe. We'll see. Let's see what else we have. Layer C, effects rules modifying a card or object's elements are applied. Okay, now we're talking about regarding element. That is clearly what Nullifying Lantern does, right? Cards in graveyards are normal element. We're very clearly modifying the element. Layer D, as in Delta. Effects and rules that add or subtract abilities are applied. Okay, so this is where Fracturize comes in. Target item or weapon becomes a cleric phantasm with reservable and loses all other abilities. Loses all other abilities, right? Jump back over here. Pretty straightforward. Effects, rules modifying a card's elements are applied at C. D, they say we lose everything else. And again, when we read what they say, they're saying this is due to Fracturize resolving in layer D and Lantern applied in layer C. So very clearly, written out in the rules, this is exactly what it's supposed to do. This is exactly what it's supposed to be doing the whole time. I just don't think any of us checked the layer portion of the rule book for this. I think we kind of assumed what the outcome would be, and clearly we assumed wrong. So what does this mean? Well, it just means water is just a little bit weaker. It has a harder time removing the Null Lantern. And honestly, it kind of hits the Phantasma stock just a little bit. The Fracturize stock just a little bit. Still a good card, right? Only costs 2, fast floating memory, right? Item or weapon. There's plenty of things we can hit. It just doesn't work hitting that Nullifying Lantern. So Cruxite, Water Merlin can't continuously loop things on this there. So an interesting ruling. Good to get it out there. Good to get it clear. And as we can see, like, again, we check the rules way down here in 5, way down here in section 2.5.c, as in Charlie. Layer of continuous effects, like they said, works just like they say. We have layer C, as in Charlie, right? Affecting elements. We have layer D, as in Delta, adding or subtracting abilities. So Fracturize does not work the way we want it to against the Nullifying Lantern. So does that change your sideboard? Maybe a little bit. Does it change your opinion on water? I was already kind of wishy-washy on water. See what I did there? Wishy-washy. Because I was afraid of getting all 3 games in the 60-minute window. And I think this kind of solidifies them. I think we're definitely bringing the wind cards there, but maybe some fire cards in there. So I just wanted to bring this all to your attention. This was posted. The announcement was posted in the main Discord. It's been making its way around the Facebook groups as well. So if you're heading to Ascent, or if you plan on playing something competitive in the future, be aware of the layering orders for Nullifying Lantern and Fracturize, which again are very clearly described in section 5 of 2.5.c, continuous effects, in the comprehensive rules put out by Grand Archive. All right, everybody. That's all we've got. We're keeping this one short. We're keeping this one sweet. Be sure to like and comment for a chance to win, get some event packs. Until next time, cheers and happy gaming.